What's up guys, Camera Thief here, Whipsauce Media, standing next to a very, very dusty, dirty Godzilla. As you notice, we are in the shop. We're not on the road. We're not on the side of the road, surprisingly. But here's an update video. Things look a little bit different than they did when we first put the car back together. So we did send the car off to the tuner, phenomenal tuner by the way, and I got a phone call from him a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, man, the car pulled great, made this much boost, and we're just breaking in the motor at this point in time, not actually starting to tune much of anything, and just, you know, looking to get the leak down numbers up to where they should be for a new motor and get the rings nice and set. So that was his objective. And he calls, yeah, making this much boost, this much RPM, here's how the car responded. It pulled really well, it sounds phenomenal. I still haven't heard it run in person with the custom 4-inch exhaust and 2.5-inch screamer from Coleman Customs. Shout out to those guys. I haven't heard the car run in person with that exhaust setup on it. Apparently it sounds phenomenal. I can't hear it right now because of the next thing that my tuner said. We had a little bit of an issue. This is the bolt. I'll show you, where's the other part? I'll show you both parts. This used to be my timing belt idler pulley bolt. So the head is off. We had a little bit of valve and piston interference. Fortunately, the pistons are fine. The only thing that got damaged was the valves, intake and exhaust. But the idler pulley usually rides right about here, and that bolt was literally snapped off in the block. After looking at it and kind of doing some inspection, it looks like the idler pulley bolt just slowly barely loosened up and then just sheared off clean. The good news is, according to my tuner, this happened right around 14 or 1500 RPM with no load on the motor. It was essentially coasting down a slight hill, and that's, if you got a slip timing and have your valves and pistons get to know each other, that's about the best, luckiest possible time to do so. We didn't blow anything up in the block, we didn't ruin the head, we didn't, you know, the pistons and rods and all that stuff are fine, so we're good to go there. Just another quick head gasket, drop some valves in, which is being done by Greene County Machine right now. Huge shout out to those guys for coming in clutch. But that's where we're at, unfortunately. Apparently the car is loving life. Everything that was assembled and put into this is making good, strong power, so once we actually get to tuning it and throw ethanol in it, this thing's gonna be pretty rowdy. But that's where we're at. By the time you guys see this video, the car will be reassembled and headed back up to the tuner to get it dialed in, do a little bit of driving with it, and then start just slowly adding power, adding pressure. We got really lucky. Two things went through my brain when my tuner told me that we jumped timing. First, I thought he was kidding. I was hoping he was kidding, but I knew that he wasn't by the tone of his voice. And secondly, we got really lucky. Obviously, nobody wants this to happen. It's a 30-year-old bolt that's been hanging that idler pulley on there. Probably should have been replaced, but it looked fine. That's on me. I take responsibility for that because I'm the one that assembled everything on the outside of all the timing components were put together by these hands. So that one's on me. And like I said, it's not ideal. It's quite disappointing, but if it has to happen, at least it happened at the best possible time, because had it been a few seconds earlier when he was up in high RPM, high boost, doing that pull, this would be a lot worse. So we look forward to getting it put back together, getting a bath. Look at just how awful and dirty it is. And next time we see it, we're making some noise. So there's a quick update, guys. Welcome to owning cars, welcome to building cars. Things happen, mistakes are made. Again, this is no fault of the tuner, no fault of the engine builder. It's literally just one of those things that, yeah, my hands put it together. It's an old part. Like I said, it is what it is. Could have been way worse. Lesson learned. Change your nuts and bolts when they're super old. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update more than I enjoyed making it. It's definitely not the topic of conversation that I wanted to share, but it's real. Here we are standing in it. We're gonna get it fixed. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it better. And we'll see you guys in the next video when this thing's making some noise. Stay fueled.